Good morning, everyone. My name is Frank Barroso, and I will present you Waterpreneurs. Just have a little question to you before starting. Do you see this water? Would you be able to drink this water? Yeah, probably not, unless you don't have the choice. But right now, on the planet, there are still millions of people who don't have this choice. So I put it back because it's not so practical. The numbers are really huge, really big. We are talking about 1.8 billion people who are drinking contaminated water, and 2.4 billion if we are also taking the sanitation, access to improper sanitation. Waterpreneurs, what we do, we help small local entrepreneurs who are bringing this sustainable solution, access to safe water to the communities. We are supporting them to scale up their activities in order to reach more people. I just want to also explain my little personal history. I have been working for 10 years in private sector. I was working in finance for Nestlé. I had a comfortable job, decent salary, not so stressful, but something was missing to me, clearly. And this, I could see it through my travel trips, different trips. I could see that my concern for the most vulnerable people were really high. And I wanted to do something about it, but I didn't know what, I didn't know how. So I started to work as a volunteer for associations and NGOs, and this is how I met the other two co-founders. And we very quickly connected each other. The reason is simple, we share the same passion. We want to do good, and we want to help the most vulnerable people. So we started to work on this project, and after some point, I realized that I needed to focus 100% on this. So I quit my job, and now I'm dedicating 100% of my time for this. So we are also, with the co-founders, we are also sharing the same values. Values for us are key. I'm talking about transparency, inclusiveness, respect, integrity. And all these values are the ones that we are looking with our partners. When we talk with our partners, organization, we are actually looking more into the people within the organization, the people that have the same aspiration than us, the people that are change makers. And we build strong relationship with these people. So what we do in terms of activities, so we first identify these entrepreneurs that are already established. They already have a business. They have already some track records. And now they are really into this position to scale up and to get funds. We work with them. We make sure that all the ecosystem around them will support them to scale this activity. So we work with the public sector, the local governments, the civil society, to build this ecosystem around the entrepreneurs in order for them to succeed. But we want to have a systemic approach, and for that we build partnership with global organizations. Thanks to this, we want to foster interaction between the public sector, the private sector, the civil society, to redirect investment towards these impact projects. For the moment, investors are afraid to go into this type of project. It's too risky. So we are trying to find mechanism to lower this risk in order to attract investors. I can also explain the business model. So we are a hybrid organization. We have a for-profit section with 3 different revenue streams. First part is consulting. So we work with big corporations to make sure that where they operate, the community around the factories or the operation have access to safe water. So we work with them in this specific type of project. We also get membership from the entrepreneurs. That's for the engagement from them. And we want to build a fund with impact investors where we will get commissioning. And then we have the not-for-profit part, a coalition that will have on board key players from the public sector, the private sector, and civil society in order to really foster interaction, discussion, to move toward this, the finance toward these impact projects.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So we're going to open the floor for questions. Any questions from the jury? Yeah, there's one from Turn.
Flavor of what kind of entrepreneurs, and also you said something about we're trying to reduce risk.
Yeah, so for the moment, the entrepreneur that we have identified, for example, in India, there is a company called Spring Health. So they are running water kiosk. They have around 200 water kiosks, and they are really in a position now to go bigger and to reach more people. So it's this type of small, medium-sized entrepreneurs. Yeah, and sorry, the second. And for the risk, it's really to build this ecosystem around this the entrepreneurs. So with the public sector, the corporation also. For example, when we work on a project with a big corporation, that's this corporation could be also de-risking for the investor. We say, okay, they know the entrepreneur, he has been running here for a few years, it's safe, you can invest, and they can go for investment.
I have two questions over here.
Yeah.
So first of all, what's the geographic locations? Because building ecosystem is very hard and requires a lot of work. So are you thinking to be spread all over, or you have specific locations?
Well, we have to start somewhere, obviously. So for the moment, we have projects in India, Bangladesh that we are starting to start, and also in Africa, especially in Ghana. So, but the region is after, yeah, it's global. So
you'll be traveling.
we start somewhere, but then we go step by step, and of course, that's the country we focus for the moment.
Okay. The second question is, so it sounded a bit like you yourself want to be a fund in the future.
No, we don't want to be funding. Or I mean, this is we don't know yet, but it's more to do the first due diligence screening of this entrepreneur, and then also give a proposal to impact investors. Like, okay, they need to have equity or debt, and then they will do the deal together. We will be here to just to do this matching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not the investors.
So if there's no further question, I would like to... There was a question?
No question.
Oh, there's a question there.
Yes, my question is about, you said international companies will be required to provide drinking water to the locals?
No, sorry. If you understand this, that's wrong. It's a small local entrepreneur that gives the access to the safe water. So for example, we can work with a company like a big company, agro-food company, in a project. For example, if you take agro-food company that operates in Ghana.
Right.
Okay, so they are there because they produce cacao with the communities in a very remote area. Okay, if they don't make sure that these communities have access to safe water, then maybe the people will move to the city, so they cannot anymore participate to the business, to the value chain of this big corporation. So there is also a risk for the license to operate, because if the company don't care about the community where they operate, then obviously the people will not be happy, and this is about creating shared value. Okay, so we work with this big corporation to identify small entrepreneurs that could bring this safe water to the communities.
And are you also ensuring that those companies are not the ones polluting the water to begin with? A lot of international companies
maybe they
are.
Maybe they are, but that's also why we want to have this coalition, this foundation, where we can have then discussion and try to change that. Okay. So I'm not here to say, okay, what they do is bad. What we want is to help the entrepreneurs to reach more people by using the private sector as well.
Okay.
So we want to bridge all this. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much again for your presentation.
Thank you.